Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video here, we're going to take a look at the guides from Ultralytics. So we're going to see some guides, tutorials, real-world projects and applications. Basically, you can use it out of the box, just a few lines of code. You can use the project directly in your own applications and projects. So it's going to take a look at all the different things that we have in the documentation. So if you just go inside this guides tab, we can see that we have a bunch of different guides. We have real world projects. We have a bunch of different things that you can use out of the box, both object counting, workout monitoring, alarm system, security alarm system, heat maps, instant segmentation with tracking and so on, even tutorials on how you can get started with Docker, Raspberry Pi, Triton Inference server, and all of those different things. So we have a lot of comprehensive tutorials to the Ultralytics YOLO framework, so you can use it out of the box with Ultralytics, a few lines of code, and all the code is available, so you can test it out. If you have any cool ideas, definitely throw it in the comment sections on our YouTube channel, and we will definitely take a look at that. So if you just go over here to the left, we just have all the guides lined up. If you want to see some performance metrics, thread safe inference, how we can do model deployment with YOLOv8, K-fold cross-validation, how you can fine-tune your hyperparameters. We can also do Sahi tile inference. If you have very small images, we can just divide our images into smaller tiles, and then we can do inference on each individual tile and basically just have that tile slide over our images. How we can set it up with Conda, Docker, even if you're going to run a Raspberry Pi, Triton Inference server, and then we have a bunch of cool real-world projects as well. That could be object counting and so on. You can see a whole overview here for a guide, a short description if you want to know more details before diving into it. Let's just say here with the model deployment, you can get an overview of the YOLO model deployment frameworks or formats like ONNX, OpenVINO, and TensorRT, both with the pros and cons for each to inform the deployment strategy. So we have a bunch of different options in here. Definitely, if you haven't been inside this guide page, just go over it. You can learn a ton in here on how to use the Ultralytics framework and also just how to work with computer vision and deep learning models in general. We also have these real world projects, which is pretty cool. Just jump inside one of them. So let's take this workout monitoring. So if you just go inside this workouts monitoring with Ultralytics YOLOv8, we can see we have these examples, video examples where we're basically doing like pull-ups and also push-ups here. So again, we can see how this code works. We can use it out of the box. We get a short description, advantage of how to use these workout monitoring systems. You can use the code as a baseline and then build some functionality and some cool features on top of that. So a short description, real world applications with some video examples, and then you can go down and see this short code snippet. You can take this, use it in your own applications and projects, build on top of it, make some cool functionality on top of it as well. So this is basically how easy it is to use these real world projects that we have under the guides tab. If you scroll a bit further down, we can see the key points mapping. So if you're using post estimation, which of the key points on the body and the joint are like the different indexes and so on, how are they connected in the body? Let's say that you want to do a push-up counter, you might want to look at the arms and so on. And here we can also see the different arguments or key points to check, view image, line thickness, and all those different things. So this is basically the whole architecture and the structure we have for all of our guides and also the real world projects. So we already have videos about most of them here. Definitely go in and check them out. We have for security alarm system, heat maps, and so on. And we're going to create a bunch more tutorials for all of them so you guys can follow through and get a bit more details how it works and what it can be used for. So real world applications, we go down, we see some different kind of code snippets, how we can do heat map, line counting, region counting, and so on. We can just scroll through the different examples. Again, it is really easy to work with. Copy paste this, try it out on your own computer, try it out on some different videos, could even be like from a live webcam. We can do speed estimation, distance calculation, vision eye mapping, and so on. So you can use this for like real world applications with cars, like tracking how many cars are going in one direction or the other direction. Could also be like for traffic intersections, could be like objects on a conveyor belt, tons of different options. Again, go down, grab the code snippet and try it out on your own. So we pretty much have the whole structure for all of the different real world projects and also the guides, short descriptions, very informative, and then you can use it out of the box. This is the Sahi that I just told you about before. We even get a demonstration of how it works. We just have this tiling window sliding over our image. High parameter tuning, you can see what are high parameters, what are the different high parameters. You can learn a ton in here. Instead of like taking machine learning courses and so on, you will be able to learn a ton within this guide tab. So definitely check it out. I hope you can learn a ton in here, or else I'll just see you guys in the next video. Until then, happy learning.